I'm gonna give everybody about a couple more minutes before we get started here for our stragglers to get in.
Sorry, I ran past the prancing pony. We're meeting inside?
Yep.
Oh, I was like, there's nobody here. Am I on the wrong server?
Everyone's wearing costumes of chairs and tables.
Yes. Look how fancy we are.
Are you starting another gang, Ming?
Ooh. Count me in.
Is this where we watch Rings of Power?
Oh,
Actually.
we're meeting in South Bree, right? To do the parade.
We are meeting at the Prancing Pony.
Oh, okay.
The parade is after, right?
Yes, the parade's starting at 7.
Oh, so
I
no
just want to get
Pet
my character there, so I'm ready to go.
And then we'll head from the Prancing Pony out the west gate and head up north.
Perfect.
What sort of rebellion? What are those ears you've got on there?
Balnavar, you are so scary.
It's like normal form. I have
It
to
looks like.
put on a different outfit to tame it down.
Oh.
That's pretty.
Oh,
That's
this is
cool.
this is that mask. You mean the mask I have on?
Yeah. Well, no, the horse.
Oh, the horse. Oh, yeah. This is
Look
the
at that.
antlers. The antlers you get like at the Christmas thing. They have candles in them if you look at it. They're
Yeah,
little
cute.
candles.
Because
Yeah.
I thought of food. I thought, oh, that's like coloured marshmallows going past.
Are you outside?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
heading
see.
to the where we're gonna meet it. So
Okay,
I'm
I'm staying
following
outside
Fish.
so I can see you.
Yeah, I'm following Fish.
We were looking at I was looking at the cosmetics, of course.
I was trying to get ready real quick.
Ah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
It is pretty, right? This is so
Oh.
gorgeous. I could do with that.
I like this one. Yeah.
But what mask are you wearing?
The mask is, hold on.
Is it gear?
Are we supposed to be dressed up for this?
Well, it's a costume.
Oh, that's at 7. Oh no, I'm.
Yeah, no. Here, let's go inside because Malo is waiting for us.
I have
Alright,
no
let's
idea
go.
what 7 o'clock.
Oh,
We can talk about clothes later.
yeah.
She just wants to get us drunk, so don't worry about it.
Who, me?
Well, I bought 50 pints of Borleman's Best, so, you know.
Yeah, buddy.
And what did you get for us?
Well, nobody has traded with me yet.
Oh, you're gonna trade with you?
And now everybody's gonna trade with you. Get ready to crash.
He was trying to imply that was just your stash.
Anything for freebies. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Yep. Typical. Ooh. Oh. Well, that brings back memories. You know, Malaya, this is when a lot of the guys in the room started to look real pretty to me.
That's good.
That's too funny.
I'm assuming my after party position. Thank you very much.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This is, I think, our third or fourth town hall meeting that we are having here in Brandywiped. Obviously, we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary, which I've been asked when we started this if I thought we would ever get this far. My answer was like, no. But we have really come a long, long way this year. We started off, with 4 or 5 groups coming together, and I think we had like 20 people when we first started running things, and right now we have over 360 members as part of Brandywiped. Some obviously play a whole lot more than others, but we have constant folk coming in and growing and experiencing and their roles and having a lot of fun. I know I have been. If y'all want to take a look at my screen, I am showing here our goals for next year. So at the beginning of October, the raid leaders, we all got together for our monthly meeting. And one of the big topics that we were discussing is what are our goals for this next year? And we all collectively came together and created these. And then I was asked to share it with the entire community so y'all can know about what our plans are and possibly be ambassadors and share with everybody else who is not here today. To go ahead and do this. One housekeeping item before I dive into this is just that I will be streaming live most of the events all weekend long for posterity, but also for those individuals that can't join us today. We wanted to make sure that it's out there, that everybody has a chance to know what our goals are for next year. So we kind of broke it up into a couple of different topics. The first topic is community development, and under that we have membership. So we have 360 members at the present. About 20% of them, I would say, is very active. Another 20 to 30% is somewhat active, and then we have 40% that only pops in for when there's game launches and big events. We hope to grow our entire membership to 500 within the next year. The goal for that would be that we can have more raiders coming in and we can have more raids. Now, if we're going to have an influx of more people, one of the things that we're going to have to do is have more raid leaders to facilitate all of these runs. We're also hoping that having some raid leaders that can run like alternative times, like during the day or like at 3 a.m. for our Irish friends, or our European friends, so that there can be alternative times outside of the prime US time that things are being run on the server. So our goal is we want to recruit at least 5 more raid leaders in the next year. If you are interested in being a raid leader, that is completely awesome. To get started, all you need to do is contact myself or contact one of the existing raid leaders. Typical requirements are that we want you to run at least 1 raid a week within the server, and you have to show up to our monthly meeting, and that's kind of like at the minimum what we expect. But our raid leaders are absolutely amazing. Our master raiders are absolutely amazing. Most of them pour back into the community so much, and I think we have all benefited from all of their hard work to make the server what it is. The other thing we want to focus on under community development is diversity, and we want to work on integrating more with the Chinese and Russian community that is on our server, because they run raids a little bit differently than us and they have different strategies. So I got to run with Barra and Hazel's group of Russian friends last weekend, and they did Tier 3 Boss 1 completely different from the way that our group does it. So by hopefully reaching out to those communities, will make our rating environment richer by providing different solutions to the same game mechanics. And so we're looking for those individuals that already have connections with those communities and working with those individuals to expand in that area. So if you don't know, we have Gooselings. He's from China. I just had somebody else join yesterday that is from Japan. So we're, that is kind of an emphasis of what we want to have here. However, everything will probably still be in English, in terms of the guides that we're producing. Although, as we go down the line, I will probably start using Google Translate services just to translate everything into other languages if it is requested. Next, rating tiers is our next big category. One of the things we want to see is more growth. We want to see more promotions from apprentice to journeyman, journeyman to expert, and eventually expert to apprentice. For our apprentice and journeyman raiders, the goal is really going to be to help these individuals identify what their strongest class is that they should possibly take into the higher tier raids. So for example, I play mini, hunter, and guardian. My hunter by far is my best, and so that's one that I typically take first through the content, and then I play around with the others. But a lot of people that are just starting out, that are apprentice, that are coming back to the game after the year, that might have multiple tune at max level, they don't know which class fits their personality the best, but also what class they're strongest at in. And so we'll be hopefully doing some 3-mans and 6-mans to help those individuals identify them and help them grow. For expert raiders, our goal for this next year is to get all of you through HOA Tier 3 Boss 3. Now, with the launch of Before the Shadow, it's going to be super useful because all of that gear from the new delving system is going to be equivalent to the Hidden Horde raid gear, but the downside is that you do not get any of the set bonuses that you would get with Hidden Horde. So we will probably help a lot of folks gear out by getting their delving gear and then when they come into the HOA Tier 3s, they'll be a lot stronger, much better equipped. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Hidden Horde Tier 3 will become easier the more people get geared out on the delving gear. And then lastly, under rating tiers for our artisan raiders, our goal is to have a solid group of at least 45 artisan raiders within the next year, so that by the time that the next raid drops, hopefully next fall, we'll have a core group of players that can tackle that content, and it'll trickle down. If you're interested in becoming an artisan raider, we are definitely recruiting and looking for folks. You can get started by signing up under Start Here for Coaching within Discord, and set up an appointment and get evaluated. It's super easy to do the process, and we've got some excellent folks out there to help. The other thing that we want to do is a little bit more of a mentorship program where artisan raiders who have the intention and want to become masters by giving back to the community, they can participate in the mentorship program. And this is pretty much where they, as a mentor, will take on a mentee. And the mentee will probably be apprentice or a journeyman level, and they will focus all their efforts on helping that individual gain the knowledge needed to become an artisan raider. So whether that is checking with them once a week, whether that is taking them through delving system to get all their gear, helping them figure out their builds, and so forth. That is going to be a new thing that we launch within the next 6 months, for artisans to have a way and a track to become master raiders. Next is class guides. And so with new class updates, one thing we need to work on and that we're very conscious of at the moment is that some of our teaching material for the classes that we did in March have already become outdated. So, for example, we all know that the minstrel has changed dramatically. We also know that the Berg is getting some rework with Before the Shadow that is dropping, and the Brawler continues to change almost daily. And what we want to do is we'll be taking one class at a time and really working on creating a series of information that's fundamental so that we can just tag on stuff to that. And one thing that I want to personally work on is cheat sheets that people can just have and they can just pull out and they can easily look for quick information that they may need. The next item here is new timely guides. I hope y'all have had a chance to look at the guide that we put out this week for Hidden Horde Tier 3 Boss 3. We had a lot of people in the community that have expertise help create that guide. Master raiders, raid leaders, and then a couple of individuals an artisan really helped put that guide together. It's 24 pages long, which should give you an indication of how difficult that fight is. But we go into a lot of details, not only of the mechanics, but also we want people to realize that we're not saying this is the only solution, right? There can be multiple solutions to dealing with these mechanics, but this is what we have found works. So we want to work on producing more of these guides in a timely fashion, hopefully within a month or two after the information drops and we've had a chance to figure it all out, in order to put those out so that the entire community can benefit from it. Y'all are welcome to share it with your kinships, and share it with whoever needs the information. And it's really a way for us to give back to the entire community. And then two more items. One is marketing. For marketing, what we would like to do is start having one day a month set aside to where we're just gonna do bunches and bunches of trash pugs in world and game. And that's an opportunity for us to meet other people and to invite people to the server that might be interested in raiding. And then lastly, but not least by any means, it is to stay true to who we are. We started out as a community of people that wanted to come together and do raids, and we want to continue on in that spirit, and we want to continue to support each other achieve this, because we simply cannot do it alone. And that is it for the goals for the next years. Any of the raid leaders that are here, do any of you have anything you'd like to add?
I do not. I think you did an excellent job with summing all of that up.
Does the community? Do you guys have any questions for us?
I think you were pretty thorough there, Milo. That was quite good.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He left nothing unsaid.
All right. Well, if there's anything that you guys can think of that we can be working on to make this community better, to help make it so that we can serve each other, that, the raid leaders were always here and we're always ready to listen.
Actually, there is one thing. I
Mhm.
mean, Brandywipe is sort of more caters for those at end game, right? Or are we going to spread it out and make it for the lower levels, the people who are joining Brandywine as low levels, new people? Are we going to broaden that, or just still have it focused on in game?
So, for right now, our focus is endgame. But what we're hoping and encouraging is for all the kinships that are connected to Brandywine, encouraging them to take in those new players, right? So that they all have a place to land and a place to go. And then they come up through the ranks through the kinship, and by the time that they're ready for raiding, we'll be here. Also, the other thing is that people that are coming to the game purely to do raiding, they'll just Valar their tunes and power level within a weekend and be ready for end game content. Um, so yeah, I think that that would be my response to it.
No, that's fine. That's yep.
I don't want to cast the net too broad, because we do not have things in place to help like a level 10 get up to end game contact just by doing questing. If people want to do that, that's totally fine. I have bunches of tutorials and training and taking people through those quests on my YouTube side, and that's kind of how I am providing value and service to them. Okay. Jay, can you talk to us about the community server, please?
Sure thing. So Discord offers this feature for their various servers now called a community server, which for you guys, the community at large, the users of Brandywiped, it's going to be a minimal impact change once I turn the switch on this weekend. What the community server does is it basically allows us, the folks who are running it, to kind of have a better grasp on what all's going on in our server. We're going to have access to some data analytics to kind of get an idea for where and how everyone is engaging with the server. We're going to be able to introduce forums, which I don't know if anyone has seen them in other Discord servers, but they're pretty neat. It's very similar to the olden days of the internet with the forums that you would go to for various topics. But we'll work those into the server where we'll have forums for like the different classes, so that it's a bit easier for people to post their questions, get the answers, and then also search for those questions and answers at a later point in time. The only impact that this is going to really have to our user base, our users, is going to be that the community server does require that for folks coming into the server that they have an email address that has been verified with their Discord account. That's to curb any, spammers or hackers from getting in, which unless you're just using like a browser for Discord and kind of bouncing around, I'm pretty sure most folks will have a verified email address on their account. But you'll be seeing these changes here in the over the weekend as I'm going through and flipping switches and turning things on. But it's again just a better tool for us to serve y'all, and also to make sure that we are doing the best we can for the Brandywiped community.
Any questions?
Not yet. I'll wait to see after she flicks the switch. Sorry. I'm not very tech. So, yeah.
And Jay, we're sure that it's not going to affect the Saruman bot? hopefully not.
It shouldn't,
Okay.
but that is a great question.
Okay, I just thought of it. That's why I asked. Okay, great. Now it is time for the award ceremony. So about 2 months ago, we made y'all aware that we will be handing out awards at this event. We had 47 nominations submitted across 6 awards. We had a committee of 5 people review the nominations. If any of us were one of the nominees, we were not part of the decision to choose the winner. If that makes sense. Excuse me. So, without further ado, the first award that we're going to look at is the Peregrine Took Award. So this is for the player that in our entire community we recognize has made the most progress. So the winner is Xylo. Congrats, Xylo. Round of applause. Let me cheer in game. The person that nominated Xylo wrote, he met this young man earlier this year, and he went from unlocking endgame content to being one of the heads of Aurantilian and hosting Hidden Horde and Houses of Rest content. The committee felt that Sneaky had made a ton of progress that since he hadn't even had endgame content until a year ago. So congrats, Sneaky. Don't know if you want to say anything.
Oh, that's Sneaky?
That's Xylo, yeah.
Ah.
Well done.
As an honorable mention, we also have Harriman. Harriman has overcome a lot of physical disabilities literally by spending hours and hours and hours practicing on the training dummy, getting his parse and his everything sorted out. And he went from being a journeyman raider all the way to an artisan raider because of all of the work that he put in. So well done, both Xylo and Harriman, for all the work that you've done. We completely recognize you.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah, congrats.
I don't know if they're here. Congrats,
Xylo
Harming.
is here.
Nice.
Okay,
Congrats.
Jay?
All right, this next award is the Frodo Award. This is for the player that has demonstrated the most patience. We had several great nominations for this award, including Mark from Goblins as our runner-up. But it was Miloa who won this award, kind of by a landslide. She has spent countless hours working with the Brandywiped community to help people get through Tier 2 and Tier 3 content. She takes the time to answer folks' questions, and she does so without judgment. She truly is one of the most patient people that I personally have ever met, and I think one of the most patient people in the community.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Mila.
Totally agree.
Congrats, Miloa.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I am totally honored to receive this award, and they made me accept it. That's all I'll say.
And also, she doesn't swear, right?
I only swear whenever I taunt Hermal when I'm not supposed to.
There's a new challenge for 2023.
Yes, it is. Our next award is the Rosie Cotton Award. This is for the best dressed player. We also had several excellent nominations, including Ringhale and Allie. But the winner of this one by a landslide was Jay. She has like literally a different outfit for every single occasion. She is color coordinated to the point where I saw her in a Christmas dress right last night that she had dyed red. And she has the largest wardrobe of anyone that I know in Lord of the Rings. So, congrats, Jay, to getting the Rosie Cotton Award.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Well deserved, my dear.
What character are you on now, so I can have a look at some of them?
What?
What character are you on now, so I can?
Oh, I'm unhanded. I'll go back to dancing on a table.
Well, that was the other part. It's not just one tune that she's got all these outfits
Every
on.
single tune and every wardrobe slot is open. She paid for. She's a dedicated.
Gives whole new meaning to pay to win.
I know. She's a dedicated mannequin.
Fashion is fun.
It's very well earned.
If you're crossing snow, she'll stop everything, the raid, to put on her winter gear. I'm not lying. That's
Well,
exactly what she
The
does.
only way to live, right?
cosmetics are legitimate in-game content for sure.
That's what the real grind is in this game.
Yep.
For sure,
I
I
asked
agree.
I asked her father, was she like that as a kid? He says, absolutely. Just wait till you see the others.
KJ, your turn.
All right. The next award is the One-Eyed Hunters. This is for the player that pulled the funniest huntard moment in a raid. And this was honestly my favorite award to go through the submissions on. We have some truly great huntards in this community. Let me tell you.
I don't know any.
But the winner of this award takes the cake because it not only happened multiple times during the same raid, but he also had no idea why it kept happening. Whip wins this award for not only pulling multiple ad groups before the rest of the team was ready, but for having the allow skill buttons to target nearest enemy turned on and not knowing about it. So he'd go to press a skill and immediately pull the next group of mobs. It was beautiful. Talk about truly chaotic, stressful, and fun.
Yes, and he doesn't go small.
And
He went tier 3. You know, that's big.
That requires skill.
It's a good one.
The next award we have is Samwise the Brave. And this is for the individual that has done the most carries. Now, this individual has served the community in literally every way possible. He has shown up for countless tier 2s and tier 3s, not only in Brandywiped server, but I have seen him in many, many other servers be willing to dedicate his time to helping people learn the content. He never complains. He always has encouraging words. He is always offering advice in a very humble manner. He has probably carried more people through the raid content than I can count. He truly deserves this title of being a master raider. He's constantly helping us prepare content and teaching material, and his wisdom and counsel is just vast, and many of us raid leaders rely on him for that wisdom and knowledge. And so without further ado, the Samwise the Brave Award will go to Sal.
Well deserved.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had plans with his lovely wife tonight, so he couldn't
okay.
make it. But
That's why he's wise.
he'll
right?
yes, he'll get to watch the playback. So congratulations, Sal. The server could not be where it is without your presence.
Did he not send in a video acceptance?
I'll accept on his behalf.
Well done, Rod. Perfect.
All right, and for the next award, last award.
Last award.
It is the Strider Award. This is for the player that has demonstrated the greatest leadership in our community. And in a community like this, having strong leaders is extremely important. They are the force that keeps the community active, engaged, and having fun. Before I reveal the winner of this award, I want to make honorable mentions to the other folks who were nominated for this award, and that includes Gad, Dogian, Grodic, Alvin, and myself. Big surprise that some of our raid leaders are in the nomination list. That just means we're doing something right in this community. But the person who won this award has gone above and beyond with leading the Brandywiped community into the flourishing, successful community we have become. You can find her here every week, putting together various runs, encouraging people to sign up and participate, and just keeping a upbeat attitude at all times. The winner of this award is Miloa.
Yay!
Very well deserved.
Congrats.
And as far as the nominations go, it wasn't even.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there were a lot of good nominees, but
Yeah.
she had so many.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. And I will just, tell everybody here that I could not do what we're doing without the assistance of the other raid leaders. The amount of time and effort that these guys put in behind the scenes is tremendous. And because of all the work that they put in behind the scenes makes me look good. So this is truly I this year has been an amazing year for me. When I first streamed of putting Brandywiped together, it was like, okay, well, maybe we'll get 50 people to, come raid with us. And I knew that it would be a challenge because we had people from so many, not only different places in the world, but also different play styles, different levels of knowledge. But everybody had the desire to come together and be together. And I was in the right place at the right time to create a server that I feel serves the entire community. And it's been a joy to hang out with all of you and get to know you. And I hope for many, many more months of great playtime together.
Here, here.
I think the big winner here was Discord, right? That gave us the place where we could.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good. You could have made money with Discord if you thought about it.
Yeah. No, it's
Well done.
it's fascinating to me, how we've grown, how we have so many people with so many different talents. And everybody brings their talent to the table and makes a difference. For example, Clay is phenomenal at putting together his troupe for doing plays. Dogian is great in doing a lot of the admin work that I don't want to do, such as cleaning the server up. So thank you, Dogian, for that. And
Interrupt very quickly.
yeah, go Jake. Go ahead, Clay.
So Kay is actually making custom lyrics, Middle-earth custom lyrics for Brandywiped music tonight. So you have to make sure you come and look at her lyrics.
Sweet. That'll
That's
be
awesome.
awesome. That's awesome, yeah. So let me give y'all a little bit of a rundown of what we've got planned for this weekend. Well, actually, I'm gonna let Jade do that because my voice is going.
I was about to say.
Let me just pull up my schedule then. Hold on a second. All right. So, as you all know, this is our fun weekend. After our town hall at 7 or in 20 minutes, we will be doing a Halloween themed parade. We'll be starting at the West Bree Gate and going to the festival grounds. We will be doing a Halloween costume and Halloween pet name contest. As we're moving along, I'll be taking screenshots, and Malo and I will be deliberating and picking winners for that.
And there is Lotro points up for grab for the winners.
Yes. Yeah, Malo was very fortunate to get 10 100 Lotro point codes for awards for this weekend from the dev team. So we are we're official. So we'll be doing we'll be having 2 code giveaways for the with the parade. And then once we get to the festival grounds, that's basically where we're partying this whole weekend. We'll be having music playing starting at 8. The usual Friday night bands are going to be coming out, and they'll be hanging with us at the festival grounds for an hour or so. At 9, we'll be playing tag in the tag arenas near the festival grounds. And then tomorrow, we got a full lineup. We got chicken play, we got tag, we got trivia, we got barrow down skirmish, and for most of the afternoon tomorrow, the Minstrels Guild Pumpkin Jam will be playing at the Breland Festival grounds as well. So we will have yet another nice, lovely background of player music going on during the day. And then on Sunday, to round us out, we will be going out to the moors to take it over starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. We have a bunch of other contests that day that are open not just at the Brandywiped community, but the community as a whole, Brandywine itself, where we will be doing Lotro Trivia, a cosmetic outfit contest featuring categories such as the cutest costume, the funniest, and the best role-playing outfit. We will have a fishing contest that will actually be hosted out on Tinadir in Evandim. We will have hunters on standby to port people out there. We'll have prizes including the most fish caught and the most trash caught. And then to round out the weekend, we will have a lovely display of fireworks that Below will be leading. Where I don't actually know where though. Below, where will we be doing fireworks?
At the festival grounds.
Excellent. And bring all of your, new character fireworks that are bound to your character. Bring your individual use fireworks. We're going to just go nuts, and it's going to be awesome and pretty and spectacular.
Crash the server.
What a way to go. So I'm super excited for what we have in store for all of you for this weekend. And of course, please take screenshots while we're doing this. I think it'd be awesome to have, documentation of this. I mean, it's like having a photo album, It's like you go back and you look at this in a couple of years and think, yeah, I did that. That was cool. So we want to make sure that we're creating good memories for y'all and that we have proof of it. So
I still wish we had the chess set. Forgot all about it.
Oh.
So,
In Erebor?
Yeah. The chess thing.
Man, I don't even remember how to play chess. That would be too hard for me.
Actually play, you get to pick the costumes that the pawns and the castles all wear, and the horses and stuff. Whatever they're called. We don't actually get to play it.
So that concludes all the topics that we had planned for the town hall meeting today. If you guys have any questions, now would be the time to ask.
What I'd like to say is, please come out and be creeps. Don't easy mode and freep it, Silver. No, I'm not pointing at anyone.
I won't be here, sadly.
Oh, damn it!
I know.
How dare ye?
I'm sorry.
Everyone go creep, and if Lost is out there, 10 gold for every corpse jump on Lost.
I'll double it. Make that 20 gold.
Yeah, you're all out today.
If that is all, y'all can go and get ready, change into your Halloween costumes. We'll be meeting outside the Prancing Pony in 15 minutes to start the parade.
Halloween costume. Okay. The award system, the award winners was well earned.
Not all my guys have horses, so I'm gonna get them to the festival grounds and come back, and I'll be there with Drydock for the parade.
Cool. I gotta get my outfit on.
I was up really late at night.
That's normal for you.
Doing deeds. No, I was doing the deed because I needed to get. I found things that were amazing. And I found things that I couldn't get because I hadn't